Salutations everyone, Revisioner here, and welcome back to Civilization 5 Part 2. Before we begin though, I'd like to thank all you guys for enjoying my last video so much. At least I presume you all enjoyed it, because it is currently my most viewed video on the whole channel. So thank you all for that, and I hope you'll continue to enjoy this series as we move forward. So, going on, leaving that behind, let's continue our journey. Civ 5, still playing in Japan. We're exploring our continent, trying to figure out who's on here. There's a little bit of a graphical glitch there, but we'll deal with that. So yeah, if I hit this research, we're currently researching the calendar for those plantations to grow everything here, and building some workers, or a worker. And with all that all said and done, let's just move our guys. Met Vilnius, the city-state. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and pledge to protect them. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Doubt they'll get attacked by China or anyone. We'll take our warrior, and we'll also continue exploring up here. Okay. And just keep going through the churns. So yeah, thank you all for watching this series. I imagine part of why this series is popular is that Civ 6 just came out, and so there's a lot of people probably looking for just civilization content in general. Thank you for choosing mine. And yeah, interesting enough, actually I think we go ahead and have this archer attack these barbarians here. Just clear them out. Too close to our capital for my liking. Yeah, so actually, interestingly enough, according to Google Analytics, for my channel, there have actually been several people tuning in from foreign countries, including, let's see, I'll hit next turn, I'll think about it. Let's see, I think including, okay, Canada, like Turkey, Croatia, and Russia. I think those last three, though, had, like, you know, an average of 10 seconds of view time, so, yeah. I presume, I mean, yeah, whatever. But yeah, interesting to see. So, I just kind of lost my train of thought there for a second. So we're back. We got another cultural policy, social policy. Man, I just cannot keep my brain moving faster than my mouth, huh? So we're doing liberty. That's what we started doing last time. Probably good to finish off this thing before we try and do a different one. So we have the choice here between Republic, which is bonus production in cities, and Citizenship, which increases tile improvement rate and builds a worker near the capital. That also, these two lead to free settler and a speeding the training of settlers. Some stuff about a golden age and culture, and some more happiness for having more cities. So we're actually already building a worker, which is going to complete, I believe, next turn. So this might not be as useful right now. If I'd been smarter, I'd have planned ahead and not built that worker and just have gotten this policy instead. And we're going to want our settler pretty soon. So I think we're going to go ahead and do the Republic one. It'll also increase our production for further production. Yeah. Alright, so we'll keep exploring. We use the warrior to grab these ruins. Oh, hey, we got culture. So that'll put us even closer to that settler. Getting that settler. Not closer to the settler, like, physically. But, you know what I mean. Alright, so we're going to get our worker next turn. It finishes. Alright. So I'm just going to jump up here to the worker. So workers can build tile improvements on the different tiles within our borders. These include things like, the plantations that we're researching. Excuse me, just got a hiccup or something. We can build farms, like it's suggesting that we do. We can build mines on hills and special resources, like the gold there. And roads between cities to connect them up to get certain bonuses. So, to start off with, we can't actually... Let's see, so we could build a mine there on that hill, or we can build a farm there. I think I go ahead and go for the farm, just because I can. Yeah. So, for Kyoto, we need to choose our production now that we finished that warrior, or worker, not a warrior, a worker. So we have a choice between these units that we have and some buildings. So, settler here, like I said, I think I want to focus on getting the settler through the social policy, just to save some production. We already have a worker and a scout, and I'm not sure if we need another warrior. We're not really, no one's really attacking us right now. So I think I want to go for a building. With the buildings, we have a choice between a shrine, which gives us faith points, a granary, or granary, depending on how you want to pronounce it, which gives us more food, and the monument, which gives us more culture. Now, the culture will put us closer to that settler within less time. That sounded better than in my head. It will get us the settler faster. So I think that is actually what I'm going to go ahead and do. Build a monument. And that'll double our culture production, I believe. Let me click on it again. Just check. Culture plus 2. Yeah. So that'll get us that settler twice as fast. Let's get back to our explorers. Alright. Looks like this is shaping up to need not as much. I think actually I should probably send him down here this way. Find out what's in this area right here. We'll do that. We'll start doing that next turn. We'll keep using this archer to bombard the barbarians. And we'll hit end turn. So, in this next turn, I'm going to command the worker to start building a farm there on that tile. Oh. Alright, so we just got... So every once in a while throughout Civ 5, the game will pop up with a list like this. And it will say... It will rank the players in the game by certain metrics. So in this case, it's how many social policies people have adopted. So in this case, everyone except this one player has adopted 2 social policies. Sometimes it'll be like military size, or technology progress, or population, or land coverage, or just about anything. And it's kind of just a nice way of measuring up how you're doing through the game. So in this case, we're probably doing about average in social policies and culture production. Alright, so we will continue, like we have been, bombarding the barbarians. Alright, next turn we should finish them off. Take this worker, start building a farm. I want to take Kyoto for a second. Alright, so next turn we're going to pick up this gold and be able to start working it. Alright, so go back to this warrior. We're going to start sending them backwards now. That's not going to be much of a surprise there, I don't think, what's there. And we'll want to work our way this direction-ish. Probably stay along the coast. Just get the lay of the land. Alright, next turn. Okay. Keep moving our warrior back. We'll go over to our archer. Finish off this barbarian. Yep, there we go. So next turn we can move into that encampment and take it over. Worker is still working. And hit next turn. So as you can see, our border expanded there. And we picked up that gold. We can later prove it once this worker is done to pick up the gold as a strategic resource. We'll move our archer here into this barbarian encampment and clear it. So it'll no longer spawn any barbarians. Plus we get a bonus 25 gold. And also our unit gets promoted as well. So we can either promote him to get combat strength, bonus combat strength, in this case ranged combat strength, versus units that are standing in the open or in rough terrain. So the open is like tiles with no hills, forest, or jungle. Rough terrain is tiles with hills, forest, or jungle. So looking around, it looks like we actually got quite a bit of the rough terrain around our area. As we go on through the game, that'll probably diminish as workers start cutting down things and stuff. And cutting down forests, I mean. That's something that starts happening in the later game as you make room for new improvements and stuff. But I think for the early game, I'm going to go ahead and go with rough, the barrage. So he'll now do better versus those units. Alright, so it looks like a barbarian wandered into range of our capital. So cities, as you can see here, have a ranged attack ability. It's based on how big the city is, as well as certain buildings that the city can have. And sorry, that pop up in the bottom left. Actually, I don't know if you can see that. Steam just popped up with something. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so they can attack with a ranged ability, basically just like an archer. Yeah, and that actually also stacks with an archer. So if you put an archer in your city, you can basically attack twice. And go back to our warrior, keep him going. And that's it for this turn. Let's see how far this worker is on. He has 4 turns left. And next turn, we're going to finish the calendar research. Yep.
So teach us to number our days, so that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom.
Alright, so we got the calendar. We can now build Stonehenge, build some stoneworks, and improve tiles with plantations. So let's keep this guy doing that. Just like that to get it out of the way. So, it says China has started worshipping a pantheon of gods. They have chosen the belief, oral traditions, +1 culture from plantations. So, as you gain faith points, I think it'll tell me if I mouse over it. So right now, if I get 15 faith points, I will be able to found a religious pantheon. So that basically gives you just a slight bonus during the game. In this case, for this certain bonus that they chose, they get culture from plantations that they improve on tiles. So like these dyes, I think dyes get a plantation as well as incense. So these 2 tiles, if they build a plantation on them, China will be able to get culture from those. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if that applies just for your empire or for cities that like adopt that pantheon or something. Yeah, so we'll keep bombarding this place, these barbarians from our city, just like that. And we'll go ahead and choose our next research. So, we have a multitude of research options here. Take a long time to go through them all. So, we got sailing, riding, masonry, bronzeworking, archery, animal husbandry. So, let's see. So, animal husbandry will open up trading for us. It also allows us to get horses, which can be an important military resource for us. We get archery for archers. Bronzeworking actually, I think will probably be the most useful one. Reveals iron, which is an important military resource for a large portion of the game. And also allows us to get the next major combat unit, which is the spearmen. As well as allowing us to remove jungles. So masonry just gives us a number of bonuses. Construct a quarry, clear a marsh, couple wonders, that's what I'm looking for, wonders, and allows us to build walls, which are an important defensive structure that you can build in cities. So, we also have the option of riding, which will improve our science, and sailing, which obviously allows us to build boats. I think for us, though, we're going to go with bronze working. That'd be our best technology for now. Alright, next unit needs orders. We'll keep running with our dude here. And our archer as well. We'll send archer to the southwest-ish, just to explore, figure out what's around. That, and next turn! Here we go. So China wants to China wants to give us some gold for us to set up an embassy. And embassy allows, let's see, an embassy allows someone, okay, so they want to set up an embassy in our capital and pay us gold to do it. An embassy allows them to do like certain diplomatic actions. I find it's generally best to only accept these when they're both embassies, just because it's easier to manage whenever you're just doing both. And you don't get an embassy, I believe, till you research writing, if I remember that correctly. So I'm actually going to go ahead and refuse this, because it would only give them a bonus to finding us, knowing where we are, and some additional options in doing stuff to us, diplomatically, that we wouldn't get. So we'll keep moving our archer around. Oh, looks like we found the western edge of our continent there. Alright, we'll also move our warrior along the... Oh, hey, look, some ruins. The coast there. We'll go up here. We'll let Kyoto fire at the barbarians some more. And we will go ahead with the next turn. Alright, so I think I'm planning on doing... Let's see, maybe 20 turns, oh, worker finished, okay. we'll move our worker. I think I want to get the gold next. Because our happiness is getting kind of low, and gold, once you start harvesting it, increases your happiness. So, like I was saying, I think I want to do about 20 turns an episode. Might be more or less, depending on how fast the turns start going. For this episode, if they keep going about the same speed, then it'll probably be fine for 20 turns. But as you get later in the game, it might end up being less for each episode. Alright, we'll keep bombarding the barbarians. And send our units to build... Sorry, make our worker build a mine. And we'll send our warrior down. Whoa, barbarian there. Alright, we want to pick up that ruin, so we'll send him there. And our archer... Let's see, so there really isn't much for the archer to explore. I think it might be best if we move our archer... Start moving our archer up back towards Kyoto. And just have him defend Kyoto there for a while. I think that might be our best move with him. So, we'll keep going. Our monument up there, as you can see, is almost done. Alright. Keep moving the archer up. And we'll, for the last time, fire on these barbarians. I might want to send our archer up to find out where the barbarians are coming from and just take them out. Alright, we'll get this ruin here. Hey, get a map. So that basically tells us what the area looks like. I probably want to send the warrior over just to make official contact with the city-state that we found here, Bassa. And we'll keep going. Next turn. Alright, so before we start moving our units, some interesting stuff come up with the city-states. So as you can see here, a couple of things popped up talking about the city-states. First one here, the merchants of Vilnius seek new riches. They've heard rumors of gold's great value. You'll be rewarded if you are able to connect this resource to your trade network. So basically, Vilnius has given us a quest. So quests, whenever you do what they want them to do, whatever it is, sometimes it's just attack someone, like a city-state, or defeat barbarians, or get them a resource like this. They will basically, their influence will start going up, will jump up for you, and you can, probably completing a quest will jump you up a level in influence. So if we get gold, which actually we're doing right now, so that's a nice coincidence, we'll jump up to being friends with them. And they'll give us, let's see, I think they'll give us money, I think? They'll give us like bonus money in our capital or something. So along with Vilnius, Pagoda seeks the wisdom of a great musician. I actually have not talked yet about great people. I think there's actually a little thing here that... Yes, so... Nope, it didn't show it. Yeah, it's not popping up. So basically, great people are a... Sorry, it's their type... So basically, certain actions that you do... it's kind of hard to do it because there aren't really any sources of it in this early game. So certain things you do, such as certain buildings that you make, or certain things like improvements you can build or work, will give you what are called great person points. And once you gather a certain number of great person points, a unit will spawn. I think it's just in your capital, and they will be a great XYZ. So like they want a great musician. And this great person will be able to do like a number of actions. So like a great musician, I believe, will probably be able to like give you a ton of culture and then it'll like, so they'll be able to do like one action. And that action could be build a ton of culture or build a unique tile improvement or something like that. I think like a great prophet allows you to found a religion and stuff. So basically all that stuff will just allow you to do all sorts of things. They could be useful. Sometimes they're necessary if you want to do things like religion, but they can take a long time to build up. So we're probably not going to end up getting that great musician for quite a while. Alright, so Kyoto finished building that monument. So you can see here a new category here has popped up in our building menu called Wonders. So Wonders are unique buildings that can only be built once in the entire game. Actually, I don't know if you destroy the city if the wonder will be able to be built by someone else. But basically, these are only a single one can exist. And actually here, so building Stonehenge here. So if I built Stonehenge here, no one else would be able to build it. I'd be the only one who would get this bonus. They generally take a long time to build compared to regular buildings. And they generally give a lot more interesting stuff. So if I built Stonehenge, I would get +5 faith points a turn. It's quite a bit for the early game like this. I would also be able to. I would also get 1 great engineer point per turn. So like I was saying about the great point person points, a great engineer will like jump your science ability or something. So at this point, Stonehenge I don't think is a wonder we're looking for. Not really what we want to do. I think at this point, Kyoto is, if I click on it, starting to kind of run low on food. I believe our next citizen will make our city start stagnating. It won't be growing anymore. So I think a granary would actually be a good choice at this time. So we can get our city bigger. Alright, go back to our warrior here. Move in. Oh, found barbarians and a ruin. Excuse me, just had to pick up again. Keep moving our archer back up towards Kyoto. Okay, we'll hit next turn and keep going. Alright, here we are. Okay, so I'm going to send the warrior down here to pick up these ruins. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty nice. So, we find some very awesome ruins. They increase the population of one of our cities, in this case, Kyoto. So, okay, so I was wrong. It did not... Okay, right. So once we got the worker, while our food went down, he started working at at a farm or a place that made food. So it went up just a little bit. So basically it's going to be a really long time before we get our next city size growth upgrade thing. As you can see, though, our city's doing quite a bit better than Beijing down here. They have a population of 2 as compared to our population of 4, which with a corresponding lack of production and stuff. I'll keep moving our archer back up to Kyoto. And let's see, how long is our worker going to be here? 3 more turns building that mine. Alright, hit next turn. And here we are. So yeah, so not a whole lot going on right now. We'll move our archer. So what we're going to do with our archer is we're going to fortify the archer. So when you fortify a unit, they basically stay still, and over time, I don't know if it's over time or just by doing it for a turn, they get a bonus, a combat bonus, but they can't attack. So basically when someone attacks them, they get a bonus. The unit that, so like my archer, if a barbarian came down from up north, came here, attacked my archer, they would get a combat bonus versus the barbarian because they have been fortified. However, if they had tried to attack the barbarian, say this is a warrior instead of an archer, if they attack the barbarian in melee, they would lose that bonus. For ranged units, I don't think it affects their ranged combat at all. I don't think they get a bonus for ranged combat, but they also don't lose it for doing ranged combat whenever someone attacks them. Yeah, so it's just an interesting thing for when you want to like hold a certain position with all your units. Alright, we'll take our warrior here. Still want to get over here, just meet that city-state. Can't talk to them yet and do anything with them until we meet them. And just keep the turns moving. Alright, we're still moving the guy up. Alright, we met Bassa. First trade empire they met, because China hasn't been over this way yet. And that's it. We're going to go ahead and give them a pledge to protect, like we do with all of them. And that'll be it for this turn. Let's see, so we got 3 more turns till we get bronze working, and we can check out where all the iron is on the map. Iron like I said, is a very important resource. It can decide a lot of wars, because the amount of iron you have is basically the amount of advanced military units you can recruit at a time. So, yeah, so that's a big deal. Alright, so, as Vilnius requested, successfully connected gold to your trade network. Merchants are pleased. Your influence of them has increased to 40. Because your influence has increased, you are now friends. As a mercantile city-state, their markets offer exotic goods to your people, plus 2 happiness. They also give you permission to move units to their territory. So like I was saying earlier, we're now friends with them. If we advance further, we would be allies and we get a bigger bonus. Because we're friends with them, our happiness has increased, as well as the increase in happiness from having the gold. And yeah. Alright, Ormus is undertaking a large public work project. So they want us to pay them money, and we will get more influence for paying the money. So in addition to doing quests, you can also just pay them to get influence. Yeah. Alright, and then finally the Sins of Bassa coming easy. They'd like someone to destroy a barbarian encampment. So Mombasa being way down here, it's probably this barbarian encampment. You can see there were like 2 barbarians there. I don't want to just take them on with my 1 warrior. It'll take a long time and probably run the risk of losing it too. So, we finished this thing here, finished the mine. We're going to now move down to where the cotton is, and we're going to build a plantation on the cotton, which should give us even more happiness and output. So as you can see, our gold mine here is producing more production. I don't think the gold value went up. I think what it is the gold there increases the tile's base value of gold and production, and then the mine added on top of that. I think that's how it works. So, oh hey, so we're about to get our next social policy next turn. That'll mean we'll have a settler. So let's actually look at where we want our settler to go. Actually, it might be a good idea to wait till we have iron to figure out where we want to bring our settler. I think that'll be the best idea. Wait till we research bronze working. Alright, so Pagoda also wants us to destroy a nearby encampment. That doesn't say where it is, though. So, social policy. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and get collective rule, which gives us a free settler near the capital. And I think I'm actually going to stop it here. Thank you all for watching. This has been Roger. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to it, or like and comment on it. If you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching.